Hey guys, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about how to get a good night's sleep. So if you guys want to make sure you're getting a good quality night's sleep so you can wake up feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, energized and ready to tackle the day, then stick around. I'm going to share with you my top 7 tips for getting a really good night's sleep. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed already, click the subscribe button below so you can get notified whenever I post up my study tip videos. I'm here to help you out with all things study related and make studying a whole lot easier and more fun as well. Alright guys, I just can't stop yawning. Let's get into my top 7 tips for getting a good quality night's sleep. Alright, now tip number 1 is to establish a good sleep hygiene. So think of sleep hygiene as all the sort of things that are going to assist you in falling asleep, and also be mindful of all the things that actually inhibit you from getting a good night's rest as well. So poor sleep hygiene might be to go to bed at different times every night, maybe even falling asleep with your laptop on and the screen glaring into your face so that all of that light is going to affect you with being able to sleep as well. A good sleep hygiene can include having the same time that you go to sleep every night, maybe having a bath beforehand, all different sorts of rituals and practices that are going to be good in getting you relaxed and ready to go to sleep. Tip number 2 is to unplug from technology. I know, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do without social media for like a whole hour before we go to bed, guys? No, I'm kidding, but really try and unplug from technology for at least 30 minutes before you go to bed. It's honestly a lot better for you if the last thing you do before going to sleep does not revolve around technology. So rather than watching TV to help you unwind, or falling asleep with the TV on, or scrolling through Instagram right before you go to sleep, opt for reading a book or just even doing some deep breathing, something that doesn't involve using technology, because it actually wires you up, and all of the light from the screens also means that it's a lot harder to get sleepy and then fall asleep as well. Tip number 3 is to not eat too much. So you want to make sure you're having a really good dinner, and then also after dinner, if you get a little bit hungry, have a light snack. I usually opt for just a piece of fruit before going to sleep, so I'll have dinner around 7 o'clock, and then maybe around 9 o'clock I'll make a cup of tea and also have an apple or a banana, just something so I'm not going to be hungry if I'm going to bed a little bit later, because I know that being hungry also means that falling asleep is quite a challenge. But try not to eat too much, otherwise you're actually not going to digest it very well. Usually that's something that's going to inhibit you from falling asleep, because your body is trying to process all of that food, and you might even end up feeling quite sluggish or just a little bit sick in your stomach because you're lying down and you've got all of that food in your belly. Tip number 4 is to have a bedtime ritual. It's something that you do that can train your body and mind to know that you're about to go to sleep. So it could be having a bath right before you go to bed, or reading a couple of pages in a book before you go to sleep. I like the idea of even turning off the lights and then doing a little bit of deep breathing before I allow myself to go to sleep as well. All these sort of things will help to act as cues so that your body knows that it's getting ready to go to sleep. The 5th tip is to use some essential oils. So lavender oil is a fantastic oil to calm the body, and it also helps to promote a good night's sleep. So if you have some lavender oil, then you can either rub a little bit on the wrists, or you can even put some on your pillow. I know that my cousin used to put a couple of drops on her pillow at night, and it would also help her to get a good night's sleep and just relax. Tip number 6 is relating to my bedtime ritual, which is to do some deep breathing. So if you're having some trouble falling asleep, then the best way to relax the body is to do some deep breathing, but make sure that it's belly breathing. So focus on breathing into your abdomen rather than your chest. This is going to help to oxygenate your body, but also turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. I like the idea of breathing in to the count of 4 and then exhaling to the count of 6. This is a really good way to slow down the mind and also help promote a good night's sleep. So if you guys want to try some different breathing techniques, that's probably my favorite one, and I find it to be very effective. Tip number 7 is for all of you busy minds out there that have a lot of thoughts running in and out of your head, especially at night time when you're trying to sleep, is to keep a notepad and pen on your bedside table. So I have a notepad and pen in my bedside drawer, and I find that whenever thoughts or even ideas for work or new videos pop into my head, especially as I'm trying to go to sleep, that if I write these down on my notepad, then I'm able to just let it go, not have to worry. I don't need to be concerned that I'm going to forget anything because it's all written down there, and then I'll just attend to it the next day. So make sure that you have a little notepad and you can write down your thoughts. It just helps to clear your mind, and that way you have nothing to think about apart from your deep breathing, and you can have a restful night's sleep. Now, one thing I did want to say though is if you guys are lying in bed and it's been a couple of hours maybe and you still haven't fallen asleep, I I know that some people start to get very anxious that they're not going to be able to fall asleep or that they're going to be very tired the next day. So something I actually learned a little while ago when I was in yoga is that meditation or just focusing on doing some deep breathing is still restorative in itself. So even just lying down in bed with your eyes shut and doing some deep breathing will still bring some new energy into your body and help repair your body as well. So don't worry if you're not able to fall asleep right away. Sometimes establishing a good nighttime routine and a healthy sleep schedule does take a little bit of time. But apparently even doing 1 hour of meditation is equivalent to a couple hours of a really restful night's sleep. So there's something to think about if you guys aren't able to fall asleep right away and you are getting a little bit worked up about that. So don't worry and do try all of these tips. Let me know which ones work for you or whether you do them already. And I would love to read all of your comments in the description box below. And of course, if you want to check out my previous video, you can click the card up there. I'll also link it in the description box below for you guys. And if you haven't checked out my study skills book, The High School Survival Guide, then you can check it out. It's available in a couple different retailers as well as online. So I will leave some links to where you can buy it down below. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, then thumbs up to show me some love, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. But I hope you have a very restful and good night's sleep tonight. Bye!